welcome back, Hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Monster Hunter World Iceborne Community Edition, where we might be into the last week of the ICE series. We're getting towards what is the end parts of the story, and you can tell from our mixed armor set, we are in true Monster Hunter style here. So I've got us the Seething Basil head, the Damascus chest piece, the Barioth gloves, Brachy waist, and the Shrieking Legion legs. And all that combines to give us a few things, along with the charm there, for level 5 Constitution, which should help for keeping our stamina up. Maxed out Blast Attack, which will be helpful for the Blast Bow. I'm pretty sure it's just a few attack decorations, get that in. Focus level 3, Evade Window 3 to help us there. Earplugs are just like a side effect from the headpiece. Recovery up, Critical Eye, Marathon Runner. We've got a variety of things, so we'll see how they'll kind of help us along here. I don't actually know if non-elemental boost will help or not, because we're using okay, probably won't because it does list element as blast, but I can't think of what else I could slot in there. Like, let me see. Instead of the element list, is there anything else I can just, like, try slotting in there? Nothing overly that I'm seeing. Like, again, I'm very limited for what decorations I've got. I guess I'll just go for that. It'll have some use. But yeah, so what we've got to do is we have a little bit of Elder Dragon tracks still to find, so I'm just going to take us to an expedition to the Ancient Forest for a little bit. We'll do some running around, pick up the last tracks we should have to find. That'll hopefully unlock what we need for at least one unlocked quest. I don't know if it'll have both, or I'll have to do more tracking after one. But I'm just going to try to quickly get all the tracks we need, return back to Selyon, Astera, whichever it is, and go on to a hunt with this build. I haven't upgraded any of the armor pieces from their base values from once you get them from the smith. I'm going to see how these next couple of episodes go and how we seem to stack up. Because, truthfully, it would be smart to upgrade them and get more defense bonuses into them. But I also want to see just, like, how does this mix set hold up for what it can take in that. And we should be dropped in just a moment, and then we'll do a little bit of reconnaissance, get these tracks. I don't think I actually get to track how much my total progression is going towards the full meter until I return from the expedition, so I'm hoping if I can find out like maybe a dozen tracks, I think that should be enough. I don't know what the total you need is to have that full bar filled up, but it is just like how it was when you were trying to investigate for Teostra and Kushala de Ora in Base World. Any moment now. We just need that last little sliver to load up, and then we're going to be dropped in. There we go. Oh, we've got Ira here? Hey. Seismic action song are connected, and I mean deep. Compare notes with friend looking into the song, our findings line up. I submitted an interim report just now. Hope to have data for full accounting soon. Do some of the NPCs just show up on expeditions? Because I don't remember, like, seeing her around at all before. Or maybe it's just because of the tracking stage we're kind of at. I don't know for sure. All I basically will do is just try to keep going to find... Okay. That's Tempered Anjanath tracks, which are a bit of an odd find. That's what I'm looking for. Old footprints. And there's some more. Again, it's just probably going to be a few minutes running around here, hopefully getting the last of those we need. Oh. That's helpful there. I'm not really looking to engage with any of the monsters that are active on the expedition. It's just to try to get the bar filled up so we have the next hunts open. And it should be... I'm fairly sure this will be the last week, because I think it's 2 Elder Dragons and then the last story hunt. Well, until, like, endgame stuff, really. Nope. And Tempered Toby. It would help if I wasn't finding this kind of stuff while we were out and about. Maybe if I keep around to areas like this. Oh. That's right in the heart of the Shock-a-Lock, but hopefully they won't mind me just grabbing that. There's that. There's that. And I'll just keep running around for a few more if I can find... Oh, and this. The tracks are pretty well spread throughout the entire map, so... it shouldn't be too hard to find the tracks to go along. It's just the full total. But I don't know how our build will do going up against this next monster. Oh, there's where they are. I was like, the blast bow, it has proved to be effective on certain monsters and weaker on others. I think going after Seeding kind of showed that the blast build-up wasn't very strong against that one. So I have no idea how it'll be for the Elder Dragons going forward. I kind of imagine when it does come to the story boss, this will be a pretty interesting pick to have built for using. Oh, well, there's Tigrex just roaming around. Yeah, I'm just going to see what it's going to do. I didn't mean to shoot you in the face, I meant to shoot beyond you. Although, oddly enough, that seems like it kind of worked in our favor. Shooting him in the face distracted it enough that I could run right by. So yeah, I think once we're done this lap, we should have enough tracks for everything to be completed, and we can get the hunt going. More tainted spores, more Tigrex tracks. Oh. More of those. I'm just going to find maybe a old fur. Okay, that's probably from Nargacuga, actually. Because that's the only monster I can think of that would have, like, dark-colored fur. Oh, no, it's actually Nightshade Palumu. Okay, bit of an odd one to find, but... yeah, not too bad. Although I don't know if Nightshade is actually all that aggressive. I haven't really encountered it all that much. It doesn't really seem like they mind us. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to incline to say that should probably be enough tracks, so we'll return and see how that full meter is looking. Now, it's probably at least a dozen, so I'm hoping that'll be enough to have sent it full, and we get the next story beat out of the way. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So we'll get back to Celiana, we'll go see Talk for what we've got done, and the hunt that we have ahead. And it is going to be tricky because this is a hunt that I don't think there's really an element that's going to, or an elemental resistance that'll help us for it, but I definitely need to keep, I think it's the null berries. We're probably going to be going through those a fair bit. Yeah, just give it a moment. And then we can embark going through.
Welcome back.
You're back. Good to see you're safe. We're just getting the results back from the first leg of our investigation here. A 4th Fleet Hunter headed out of the Ancient Forest based on the research team's analysis, and bingo. Spotted a Val Hazak. It's odd seeing another dragon so dabbed to the rotten Vale in the forest, and that's not even the weirdest part. Apparently it's even more noxious than any Val Hazak we've studied before. Blackveil Val Hazak, the scholars seem to be calling it. I put out a quest to our best hunters. Be careful out there. Yeah, so that's our first one to go for. There was almost... I think it was a bug for, like, how Blackveil would be in Iceborne when it first released. Because I remember there was a thing where you would try to leave the area Blackveil was in, and you would do so, but there was all of a sudden, like, a super health tank that would happen to the player, your hunter, and you could almost faint without realizing it. And it wasn't like an attack was hitting you, it was almost like a area of effect persistence beyond the range you would expect it to have. be able to happen. Yeah, I tried to look for any layered armors to see if I could have dressed myself up to look a little neater, but I don't got anything. This has been, again, just a hard story-focused character, so it's going to look a little goofy going forward. Yeah, under the Black Veil of Death. And just double check, we got everything we should need. And we'll pet Poogie for good luck. There we go. Store away that and that. Everything else is topped up. And we just gotta wait another minute or two. In the meantime, we're going to pick up Poogie and see what they can find for us. As there are a few goodies that you can have Poogie find and discover as you carry them around. Yeah, he's hopping in that, so he's picked up something. Or she, I don't actually know. I guess Poogie is whatever you want them to be. Let's see what you found. Immunizer. And a steel egg. Thank you, Poogie. Not that I think we'll be using any of it on our hunt, but it's nice to have the extra goodies. Now, with how Val Hazak was for hunt, because to be honest, it's a pretty easy Elder Dragon that's only really difficult because of the effluvium stuff it can put on you, Blackveil might not be too bad of a hunt.
Nothing can stop us.
Yeah, so the scout flies are already tracking it down, which is helpful. Looks like we're going out about, I'm thinking sunset to find it. Yeah, one nice thing about this hunt is I don't think we'll have to worry about any monsters interfering with it. Whenever you do go after the Elder Dragons and story stuff, they usually have it so that they are the only monsters in the field while you're embarked for a hunt. But I will snag a little bit of stuff to help us along the way. Oh, even the little Jaggers have the coating on them. I think that's a good sign we're going the right direction. Oh, and Nergigante thorns. Yeah, another footprint. Not that we'll be using the flow ferns at all, but just force of habit to gather stuff for our hunting supply. Just, like, the horror movie vibes from that scene are so good. Yeah, so Blackveil's basically the effluvium's been able to get out of the Vale. I think mostly from, like, the fungus that's growing all over it. And I'm pretty sure this is a hunt for Blade Masters is a lot more difficult than it is for Gunner, because as you attack, you'll probably notice there are little plumes of the effluvium that will kind of like spray off of some of the spore clusters on them. Although it looks like blast builds up pretty easily for this hunt, because we've already gotten quite a few of the procs to go off. And yeah, the reason why all the monsters, or like all the wing drakes there, were going nuts is basically because I think they were being eaten alive by the effluvium, or this whatever is really like coating Blackveil. Okay, so that ticked them off. There we go. And with that, I am going to get a bit of tenderizing in. Try to help us out on this hunt. I gotta be careful of how he's blowing all that stuff out. But it is basically just kind of a redo of Val Hazak for a fight. There aren't too many attacks that are all that different from what we've seen before. And I think it is just like the master rank version for Vale. There's not like a regular Val Hazak that's master rank. Yeah, I just got hit with that there. The biggest thing I've got in mind is not catching the effluvium debuff. Now, I gotta remember to also try and mix the shots up, because if I can get the variety of normal and spread shots in, okay, not too bad for first encounter. There's not too much to really watch for, just again, mind its beams and sweeps, and it's basically fighting just Val Hazak. I think the bigger issue will be trying to work again all the part breaks on it. And trying to be careful of the areas we're fighting too. Because on the Ancient Forest, space is pretty tight. And it seems like it built up its... I was able to build up that effluvium cloud around itself again. Although, as quickly as it got it up... Okay, no, not staying down long enough to be able to do more. pretty close quarters. Just going to do the dive for safety. Because that beam, there's not really many ways to avoid it in Iceborne. You can't really hop over it unless you're a gun or an insect blade user, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of that. Get that in to help us out. And try to get out of that. None of the attacks look like they should do all that much damage to you, but I think the big thing, again, is minding the effluvium taking half your health off. Yeah, because, like, although that wasn't too strong, if I didn't have full health, that would have taken me down to, like, maybe not even a quarter left. There's a part break. I can't remember if it's 2 breaks to the head you can get with ball or not. I feel like it is 2. So we've gotten a decent bit done there. Is that just more? Yeah, it's more Dragon Pod. We'll just have to keep working through them slowly but surely. The biggest thing to avoid, I think, are the patches of the ground once he's, like, put down the spore clouds. Because if you get into those, they can really chunk away at your health if you stand in them for any period of time. Oh, okay, be careful. Ooh, there we go, got out of the range of that. See about another Dragon Piercer. That was a good one. Yeah, Vale is probably one of the best monsters for the Dragon Piercer to get off with. Just because of the body plan of it. Though this... Yeah, I thought we'd get smacked by it hard. Nope, wasn't trying to climb up that. Try to get out of there. And try to avoid being chopped. Oh, I think I actually dodged into that from where he was aiming. Now let's try to get a little bit of a run out of that immediate area. As he basically tosses the spore cloud all around. Gosh. The problem is that it covers such a wide area with so many of his attacks. This is where it feels like Sunrise was kind of onto something with giving you a little bit more vertical ability to dodge too. No, and there's the... Okay, get out of that. Yeah, as I was talking about, like, your health gets chunked off very quickly against Vale. That was it right there. So just try not to stand in the effluvium, get afflicted by it. God, the Ancient Forest was one of my least favorite hunting spots when it came to World in Iceborne because of how tight the quarters were for it. Like, it felt like so many monsters were too big to actually fit naturally and maneuver in the area. And Vale kind of proves that handily. Let's just try to get over for this. Yeah, get that in. I'm hoping we'll be safe behind this, but just in case, I'm going to keep running. Now, it feels like the bow is actually one of the best weapons to use against Vale, because it keeps you in that nice medium range. You're not too far out. That's, say, when he does the sweeping beam, it's hard to get outside of its angle of effect. But you're not too close that you're having the spore stuff spraying out and constantly getting you. Okay, but let's snag the dragon pods again. I might as well get the tracks figured out and keep on our way. There you are. Nope. Now, I don't know if we'll be... Okay, we weren't quite in range of getting hit by the spore clouds that it threw out. Oh, we got another part break off. And the Dragon Piercers, once we can get them out... do a pretty good job. Well, I should get out of the spore areas. Yeah, so that's ticked off again. And once more, we've got that. Okay, so let's just pop that to help get us off of that. Oh, and it is limping. Okay, so it won't be long now. I wasn't sure how much more health it would have had to it, but between all the blast procs and some of the really good dragon piercers, we have been able to cut a good chunk of the health away. I'll grab that. And I think be ready with another good dragon piercer. Because it should be going to sleep here. Oh, no, we were too close. See if we can get this in. Yeah, we were able to. Oh, and he's actually still moving? Okay, you know what? We'll give them a little bit of time to head out, heal up. And once he's asleep, we'll try getting another Dragon Piercer. I don't know if we'll be able to get the tail broken off yet. As much as I've been trying with Dragon Piercers, they've been proving to be pretty stuck on there. And the infected wing drakes are all kind of irritated. So let's see. Oh, there's the big pile of spores. Truth be told, I can't tell which end is which on it right now. I think we're looking the tail end here. So let's send this right through it. Ah, shoot, dodged too early. Going to mine that. Get another... You know, we'll get the Vitality Mantle on us, as well as getting the... There we go. Yeah, see if we can bring it over here where it's outside of all the... As much as the dragon... Oh, got it right as it turned around. As much as I was able to get the Dragon Piercer to the tail, weren't able to get it cut off. But down it goes. Yeah, Blackveil... I think if you have effluvium resistance, it makes the fight basically trivialized. It's kind of like regular Val Hazak, but it's able to throw out the effluvium burst much more easily and covers much more ground with it. That's one of the Elder Dragons hunted, so we'll have one more still to track down and find, I believe, and then we have another hunt in store. And I believe... See, I don't believe the orange is Val's eye. I think it's actually this little black dot right here with a bit of light shine to it. I think these are like glands or something connected to it. But we'll get our rewards, head back to Celiana, and see what it asks us to do next. And there's a... And sometimes I do wish the effects on the kill screens weren't so vibrant, but this one's not too bad with the... Again, shot right to the face. So I'll take all of that. A couple decorations. Wind resistant protection. And flight and release. Interesting. There's that done. Blackveil taken care of. And that is that. So now back to whatever's ahead here.
Great.
Hey, you're back. Great work out there. And it's good to see you safe. We'll get our scholars on site with an escort straight away. This is going to be huge. The investigation into that song, the seismic action is progressing too. It's no surprise, but the commission's incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway, rest up. Once you're feeling ready, we'll get you back out in the field to the Coral Highlands. I think that's where we're spread thinnest. Head there and keep searching for any Elder Dragon tracks. Thanks, Hunter. Yeah, so basically just what I had done.
To investigate the Elder Dragons a bit deeper.
I'll just have to head on another expedition, see about starting to go through that. But I'll probably cover most of that outside of video, just so that way it's nothing too repetitive and boring. I just want to stock us up with more blast coating, and then we'll end the video off here for today. And the next hunt is going to be one I'm looking very forward to, because it's one of my favorite recent additions to Monster Hunter as a franchise. It's a shame it never came back in Rise and Sunbreak, but hopefully we see them return later in. But for now, thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter World Iceborne Community Edition. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I see you all next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.